welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are feeling well, doing well. I hope you guys are feeling blessed and highly favored. I hope you all had a very, very Merry Christmas. Um, Before we get to today's video, excuse me, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, help the channel grow and get out there. And if you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, my email is down in the description box for that. So let's just go ahead and jump into today's topic. Today we will be talking about how hard it is dating in today's world, in this generation, how toxic it is, how unhealthy it is, how there are certain patterns or certain behaviors that need to be broken, but they aren't. And the number one reason why it is very, very difficult to have anything stable, have anything secure or long term, because everyone, literally women and men, now I'm not speaking for everyone, like I always say, if this is not you, do not force it, or do not, I'm just saying majority, or it's a lot of women and men who would rather have multiple options, multiple suitors, talk to multiple people at one time. And I see a lot of my men doing this, and I know y'all guys probably be like, she always talking about us men, she always making it seem like it's just the guys. That it's not just the men, it's the women as well. But I see a lot of toxicity coming from our men, so I'm just going to point it out. I'm just going to state the facts. Like, really, y'all be wanting to be coddled. Y'all don't like to take accountability for y'all's actions. Y'all don't want nobody to point out y'all flaws, but y'all can always point out what the women do, and y'all don't never see anything that y'all are doing. So that's why I'm in, like, majority or most of the videos that I make, I always point out and, you know, call shit out when it comes to the guys, because that's what needs to happen. Y'all don't want to take accountability. Y'all don't want to be held accountable for anything. And over here, I'm gonna let it be known. And again, I'm gonna also speak on my women as well, because like I said, I see it coming from my ladies. But again, it's all y'all always coming out and saying women this, women that. But what about men? What about y'all? Look at what y'all doing? And it's majority, y'all are the ones that's doing it. So I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it real. So if you don't like it, don't be on my channel. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah. Nowadays people just want to have fun. People would rather go out hurting other people's feelings and playing with people's feelings, playing with people's emotions, and thinking it's okay. People think it's okay to again, talk to multiple people, sleep around. That is not okay. I believe in soul ties. I believe in exchange of energies. And when you lay down with someone, when you have a sexual encounter with someone, you guys are exchanging energies. So whatever this person is battling, whatever demons they're facing, that will come into your world. You will pick up on that person's energy. You will pick up on that person's baggage. So that's why I don't necessarily agree with having multiple partners and sleeping with multiple people, because me personally, I don't want to have to deal with nobody else's shit. I don't want to have to wake up and feel so heavy and feel so burdened and drained. No. So I like to have one partner, talk to one person, and that's just what it is. Another thing is people are or have experienced very, very poor relationships. People have been hurt a lot, experienced a lot of heartbreak, or maybe they had a hard time in their childhood. Maybe they were abandoned by their family, whatever, friends, mother, father. They just were abandoned, and they take that. They hold grudges. They hold on to the past instead of doing something about it. They choose not to heal. They choose to stay stuck in that energy, and when they do come across genuine people, when they do come in contact with genuine connections, they sabotage. They tend to sabotage because they feel like that person is going to do them how that past lover did them, or how their mother or their father did them. And I have been in some poor relationships. I'm pretty sure I've already mentioned that in previous videos. I have been in some poor relationships. But yeah, where I've dealt with narcissistic people, I've dealt with people who were emotionally unavailable, people who weren't considerate of my feelings. I've had my feelings hurt a lot. But I never let that stop me from experiencing true love. I've never let that pour into, well, I'm not going to say I never, because everyone has. I've sabotaged like maybe one relationship. In that one relationship, that one experience, when I saw that I was being toxic towards that person, when I saw that I was still behaving in a very unhealthy way, and I was putting all my past baggage on him, when I picked that up and when I noticed that, I did something about it. I changed it. But that's the difference between me and, most people in this generation. I believe in breaking generational curses. I believe in healing, soul searching, self-reflecting, and change. Okay, so yeah, when that experience happened for me, and I noticed that I wasn't healing, or I was still holding on to past trauma, past baggage, or hurt, I took some time out to heal. Literally for maybe 6-7 months straight, it was just me to myself, like I already mentioned in maybe 2 videos ago. I took that time out to really, really go into hermit mode and really, really soul search and self-reflect and heal. It was just me spending time with myself, healing, meditating, scripting, journaling, just letting all of my emotions out and really going on a deep purge. And I decided to, because I know that I want to get married, I know that I want to have a family, I know that I want to be in something secure. I believe in longevity. So in order for me to have that, I need to go within and change certain things about myself, because I don't want to keep sabotaging relationships. I don't want to keep putting the blame on other people or taking what I've been through out on other people, because they didn't do anything to me. They don't deserve that. So that's why I did not date for that long period of time. I did not talk to nobody for that long period of time, because I should not be out here hurting people because I'm hurt. But you have people that are like that. And I'm so tired of hearing hurt people hurt people. Okay, I understand that, but honestly, that's an excuse, and it's honestly bullshit now, because if you know you are a hurt individual, if you know you have experienced really, really poor relationships, or you know you have been hurt in your past, why not just stop dating for a while? Why not just cut people off and just focus on yourself? But the thing about it is, people have a hard time being alone. People need attention. People need multiple options to feel, to validate them. But and the thing about it is, you guys want love, you guys want to be in a relationship, or you guys want to experience something long term, but the only thing you're doing is getting into these connections and taking what you've been through out on other people, and you're hurting that person, because that person is trying to get you to understand, I'm nothing like your ex. I'm not going to do you how whoever else XYZ did you. But it's so hard to believe, and you have trust issues, and things like that. So again, you push that person away. So again, the big question is, why not just take time out to yourself? Why not just, again, like I did, go 6-7 months to yourself? It's not that hard. At first, in the beginning, it will be hard because it's gonna get lonely. It's gonna be really, really boring. But in the end, you're gonna be really appreciative and thankful that you did that, because you're gonna be a whole different person. You're gonna feel brand new. You're gonna feel free, that you've let go of that baggage. Why go through life carrying shit you don't have to carry? I understand it's scary. I understand you guys are scared of letting people in. That's how I was once upon a time. I was hard to break. You couldn't get me to open up for nothing. I was hard. Like, it was like talking to a brick wall. It's like it was going in one ear and out the other. And I made it really, really hard for my past partner. I made it really, really hard for him. And all he wanted me to do was open up. All he wanted me to do was just tell him what was wrong. And I couldn't do that because it's like, I don't trust you. I don't want to let you in, and you hurt me. And I didn't realize that that was hurting him. And he got tired of it and he walked away. And at first I was blaming him. At first I was taking all of my frustration out on him. It's like, oh, fuck you, da 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 da. Like, you're just a poor person, you're a horrible person, you broke my heart, you did exactly what I knew you was gonna do. But again, I had to look at things from a different perspective. No one wants to tolerate, no one wants to put up with someone who keeps accusing them of cheating, who keeps accusing them of, or keeps thinking that this person is going to abandon them, walk away from them, when the person is literally telling them they're not going to, and you keep pushing them away. What do you expect them to do? They're going to stay away. And I had to understand that. I really, really had to understand that. So what needs to be done, what needs to take place, is healing. Is healing. And I think that's why I attract a lot of people who are broken, I guess. A lot of people who have a lot of things that they need to work on, because me, I'm very, very outspoken. And I'm not the type of person to let you act out of character, let you act immature, let you act childish. I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to let it be known. You're acting this way, you're acting that way, you need to fix it, you need to change it. And if you aren't going with the program, if you aren't going with the flow of things, especially if you want to be in a relationship with me, and y'all, I'm not putting up with that, because, like, no, I was once toxic. I was once in an energy of holding on to past issues. And I was out here just hurting people's feelings. And it wasn't that I was doing it on purpose. It's just, I didn't want to open up. I was afraid. And my partner, that was really taking a toll on my partner, or my previous partner. And yeah, so now that I know better, and now that I have made some changes, if I come across someone that wants to be with me, that they say they want to have something long term with me, okay, let's work towards that. But the only way we're gonna have a healthy relationship, and the only way we're gonna keep our relationship afloat, is if we both make changes. If you pointing certain stuff out to me that you don't like about me, I'm gonna make changes. I'm gonna fix it, because I really, really care about you, and we're working towards building something long term, something solid. So if you have that energy towards me, okay, cool. Like I said, I'm gonna do what I have to do, because I respect how you feel. And if I come to you and you're doing certain things that are toxic, or just unacceptable, I'm gonna point it out. I'm gonna call it out. And if you aren't willing to make those changes so that we can have something long term, you're not my partner. You're not my person. And I don't mean to, I know change doesn't happen overnight. I know change doesn't happen while you asleep and you wake up the next day a whole different person. I understand that. But I at least want to see some progress. I at least want to see, you taking steps towards changing for me. If you genuinely care about me, if you genuinely want me, you would make those changes to keep me, to have something serious with me. But if you just want to choose to stay stuck and stagnant, you're going to get left behind, because I'm all about evolution. I'm all about ascension and healing. I'm on a very, very important spiritual journey, and I'm working towards, you know, healing. That's all I am doing. Healing, learning, self-reflecting, all of that. So I don't want to be with anyone who is not on that same vibration as me. And I just wish more people would take that serious. I wish there were more individuals out here who were on a healing journey as well. Instead of getting in relationships and you guys are trauma bonding, or you're getting in a relationship and then you're hurting that person because you don't want to open up, you're being stubborn. Like, people really, really need to take some time out to themselves and be alone. You learn a lot in that aloneness and that solitude and that quietness and being by yourself. You learn a lot about yourself. And you also purge. You also get rid of certain baggage. You release things that need to be released in order for you to have something healthy. But if you are out here getting out of one relationship and jumping into another, you're never going to heal. You're never going to deal with things that have transpired in your past, that has taken place in your past. You're just steady carrying that unnecessary burden into relationships and just creating toxic environments. And that's why it's really, really hard to date in today's world. Everyone's mindset is really, really toxic. Everyone, well, I'm not going to say everyone, but majority, everyone is toxic. I'm sorry, I keep saying everyone, but majority of people, their way of thinking is toxic. Yeah, for my guys, most men think that being emotional or being open, being honest and telling us what's going on, they think that's weak. They think that's they think that's mushy or something like that, like they can't do it. But honestly, that's attractive. That's what women want. And for my ladies, it's not and I'm gonna be honest, it's not cute to be out here saying, oh, I'm with this person, or me and this person were just with each other last night and I got me a whole nother or like, for instance, I know some females who get out of a relationship and it's like, I don't care, like, I got so and so waiting for me and I got so and so waiting in line for this and this. Like, that's not cute, that's not attractive, that's not okay. I hate that way of thinking. Oh, I don't care if you leave, I got somebody else waiting for me, that this place and that place. Like, honestly, it's time for us to raise our vibrations. It's time for more people to actually put in work to be a better version of themselves. That's the only way it's going to change. But until then, there's going to continue to be toxicity, unhealthy ways of thinking, unhealthy behavior, people out here hurting people because they're hurt. Like, we have to do the work. Don't be lazy. Don't, just because it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Especially the more that you have been hurt, the more that you have dealt with, it's going to take a while. But do it. It is worth it in the end. Like, we have to make changes. We have to make changes. We are literally the new adults. And I'm so tired of getting on social media and just seeing, social media is so toxic now. the posts that I see, the things that I see people saying, it's like, that is really how you think? Like, you don't, you okay with just spreading yourself around? You're okay with just dealing with multiple people? You're okay with hurting people because you're hurt? Like, I would never be okay with that. Like, I cannot go to sleep at night knowing that I hurt someone because I am hurting. I would not be, that does not sit right with my soul. So again, that's why I chose to do the work. That's why I chose to make changes. So that, again, I can be a better version of myself in a more healthy mindset, so I can have that long-term relationship that I've always wanted. But it's just rare, again, for people to think how I think. Now, I know there's other people's, I know there are other people out here that are making changes. That it's not just me that's on a spiritual journey. I see a lot of people, actually, but I just wish it was more. It's only a select few that I've come across that are actually on the same journey, that are actually doing what needs to be done. It's a few. Like, it's literally a few. Like, but you get on social media and you see a whole ton of BS, a whole ton of low vibrational stuff. And that's why a lot of times I don't get on social media. A lot of times I don't be on Facebook. I don't be on TikTok, Instagram, because the stuff that I come across, the stuff that I see, it just gives me a bad taste in my mouth, because I just don't like how our women and our men are thinking. I don't like how they're behaving. I don't like the stuff that they're doing. And it's actually rare to come across someone who is actually looking to have a family, looking to get married, because now people don't believe in that. Now all people want to do, again, is just have one night stands, sneaky links, cuddy buddies. Like, that's literally all this generation is worried about, is sex and not building. So that's why majority of the time I'm okay with being alone. I'm okay with being to myself, being in solitude, because I'm not gonna let nobody come into my world, come into my space and fuck it up. If I peep that you on game, if I feel it in my soul that you ain't, on what I'm on, you ain't on my vibration, you ain't on my level, baby, you getting cut off. I'm not playing with nobody. Don't come over here and think I'm not finna point you out and call you out. No, that's not the type of female I am. I'm never gonna keep my mouth closed. If you're doing something I don't like, I'm gonna call it out. And if I'm doing something you don't like, I expect you to call it out as well. Because at the end of the day, you're my partner, and I respect how you feel, and I expect you to respect how I feel. If not, you can get the boot. Just period. But yeah, it's really, really hard dating in today's society, today's world, because of how people are behaving, because of how people are thinking, and people are not healing. So yeah, there needs to be changes made. People need to start doing things a bit differently, because it's toxic, and it's so negative, and it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And for me to only be 20, like, literally, I'm only 20 years old, and I'm already ready to be in something long term. And I know a lot of people always tell me, but you have so much time ahead of you. You have so much time to do this and explore your options. I don't want to explore. I want to be with one person for the rest of my life. And until I get that, I'm okay with being with myself. I don't have to talk to multiple people. I don't have to have multiple people in my space. That's overwhelming. I don't even have the attention span to talk to. I don't understand how people do that. Talk to multiple people at one time. You leave one person's house, you go to another person's house. I can't do that. Like, I have to talk to one person. I have to be focused on one individual. Being focused on Billy Bob, Jim, Tim, and Slim, I can't do it, because I'm going to forget to talk to at least two of y'all. Like, I I ain't the girl for that. I can't do it. Y'all some strong MFers that's talking to like 30 people at one time. I don't, whatever. I don't agree with it, but if that's the life you choose for yourself, then cool. But I don't know how you gonna expect to have anything serious or long term, and you ain't child. I don't know. I know what I'm ready for. I know what I'm looking for, and like I said, until I get that, I am A-okay with being by myself. I am secure within myself. I love myself so much, and I enjoy my solitude. I enjoy being alone. It's peaceful. When you dealing with multiple people, talking to multiple people at one time, it's overwhelming. It's draining. I ain't got time for that. Leave me alone. I want one person only. And I just wish more people thought like that, but unfortunately that's not how it is. So I don't know, y'all, but we gotta do better. Just period. We've got to do better. All right, so yeah, that's my little topic. That's my little rant for today. Like the video, guys, and subscribe to the channel. I love you guys very, very, very much, and like I always say, be good, do good, and until next time, bye y'all.